Hello. Hi everybody. It's been a minute since we had a catch up. Hi everybody. Welcome to Bella Fountain TV. I am Bella, your host. And if this is your first time here, you're very much welcome. Please remember, we are a little happy family. Don't forget, if you have a great time, punch on that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so whenever we go live, or upload a video, you will not miss a thing. And for my returning subscribers, oh my god, I can't thank you guys enough. The family is growing steadily, slowly but surely. So thank you all. I really appreciate you for all your support and continuous constructive feedback. That's what's keeping me going. That's what's keeping the channel growing. That's what's going to make our family, our Fountainiers, even stronger and more enlightened. So please keep the love coming. I'm really happy today actually to do this video because I think it's been almost a week that we haven't had a live video. So I'm really looking forward to today to catch up with you all and find out how you all are doing. So please, yes, as you come in, don't forget to like the video, share the video. I'm just going to try and share it now to get more people to join us. So please come in, say hi, so I know you're there and watching. Just a second, guys. I'm just gonna try and share the video myself on Facebook and get more people to come. Okay. Share the video, guys, as you come in. Don't forget to like and then share. It's gonna be an interesting one. And this topic is for everybody today. Juicy! Hi, my juiciest sis. Welcome. I'm a bit early today because other things have come up. Mommy Bree has a show 9 o'clock, so I thought let's do the show 7 and then we can have enough time to catch up on Mommy Bree's show. Welcome, sis. I trust you're doing wonderful today. I'm just trying to share the video. Please share the video, my sweet sis. Share the video as you come in. Say hi. Okay. Oh, it's really nice to see you, Juicy. Oh my god, my co-host is sitting next to me, so you guys will be hearing some screechy sounds. That's because the little miss is here. Oh, thank goodness. Good to know that, sis. Let's get more people in. Share as you come in, guys, please. Hello. I think we are good to go. Oh, what am I doing? Okay. I think we're good to go. Welcome. G-Spots. Welcome, Sister Lee. I see you. Welcome. I hope you're doing okay. Mama, you're well on time. How are you doing, my sweetheart? I hope you're doing fantastic. It's good to be here today. It's been a while. It's been a week. I've had a very hectic week. The little one started pre-nursery, so Mommy's been so busy, nervous, anxious. You can name it. You can name it. Trying to sort things out. So that's why we haven't seen each other since our last show last Friday. But we're here now. Let's catch up and have fun. Let's learn. Let's share ideas, experiences, and all. So thank you all so much for coming. While we wait for people to join us, please, as you come in, don't forget to like the video and share if possible. Hazel Yoke TV in the building. Sisters, welcome. I see you. Nice show today. Nice show today, sis. Although I was in and out because I was trying to. I'm doing great, sis. I mean, let love lead. My sweetheart for life. I see you. Welcome, darling. Welcome, welcome. Welcome. So while we're waiting for other people to come in, there's just something. Obviously, I just want to talk on some little social issues that I've come across. You know, oh, good to know you're doing well, my mama. Please like the video. I see 11 people watching and just 3 likes. Just punch that like video. Show your sister some love. Let me know you're there watching. No, not them missing a grinders and they didn't have it. Because they're everywhere now. You don't know where they're coming from. Please like the video. Oh, thank you, sis. Says Yoke. At the phone of your bag now. The Dollars Vlog. Welcome, sis. Auntie Titi. Tabieno, welcome, welcome, welcome. I see you all. My beautiful Auntie Titi, welcome. Lum de Kumba, welcome, my sweetie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My God, it's nice to see you all. Please like the video as you come in. Just tap on that like button as you come in. Mama, thank you. This, that you know where this is coming from, right? Oh, I don't think so. Mama, this outfit is actually done by my very own baby sis. Well, my daughter, actually. My daughter. I call her my daughter because she's actually my granddaughter. She's my granddaughter. Some people think, what? Yes, it's my granddaughter because I'm her grandfather. For anybody who knows, I'm one of those rare women. I'm actually my dad's successor. So my sister's children are my grandkids. So that's why I call her my granddaughter. So yes. Now we the Chestam, hot box in the building, the hottest and sexiest of them all. Welcome, sis. I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. So this is actually done by my hot box. No dull moment this weekend. No, now with the Chestam. I mean, with the positive family, you cannot have a dull moment. How can you? There's no way. There's no way. Thank you, sis Lum. Thank you, thank you. Like the video. Like the video, guys. Just punch on that like button as you come in. Nice and easy. So, while people are joining us, I'll just talk about some social issues that I saw on the internet before coming on this week. So, they are all related to previous videos that I've actually done or previous topics that we've touched on this platform. And that will have to do with friendship, and that will have to do with confidence as well. So we are talking 2 things here. So I want to touch on this. Crochet Squad, my silent watcher. Welcome, darling. I see you. It's good to have you today. So I want to touch on this confidence and friendship, things that we've talked about. So jealousy in friendship and body confidence, or self-confidence, as you can call it. Okay. And I will read something again also about domestic abuse that I saw on Bella Powers, which actually I think I should talk about that one on Bella Powers. It's more important. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's very long. Okay, it's really, really long. So I don't really want to read the whole lot. Otherwise, it's going to be boring. I'll just summarize what the whole article entails. So that was on Bella Power. So if anybody wants to go check it out, check it out. So it's basically, she published on her page that, let me read one of the articles. I think it's important that I read this particular. There are 2 of them. I'm going to read just one of them. Where are we? I'm just going to read one of them before we get into today's topic. I think we need to actually read this one. So Bella Powers had written a couple of days ago. She said, "Greetings, followers and friends of our platform, Bella Powers. Bella Powers Voice. Please kindly read this post carefully for the good and progress of us all. With all due respect and circumstances that led to this decision, Bella Powers has decided to stop handling cases of Celeste Wall. Welcome, sis. Welcome, welcome. Bella Powers has decided to stop handling cases of rape, pregnancy, single mothers with claims of being abandoned by their boyfriends, domestic violence. Recently, there have been series of behind-the-scenes negotiation from victims with proofs after my team and I struggled tirelessly to seek justice for them under our expenses without charging them a dime. But unfortunately, some victims negotiate with criminals who assaulted or abandoned them without our consent and collected money using our influence to technically enrich themselves. Henceforth, kindly take abandoned children to orphanages and other humanitarian centers, etc., than moving them from one social media platform to another, causing confusion simply because they are individuals on our platforms who have the zeal and the compassion to help vulnerable cases with their hard-earned money, but yet get manipulated and scammed by some of these ungrateful victims. Thanks for understanding. Please digest these points and put it in practice. Let lovely such people make it difficult for us to help people. Thank you. That's where I'm going to. Mama Alicia, my love, my own sister for life, I see you. Please like the video as you come in. I see 21 people watching. I can only see half of that like. So please punch on it, punch on it. Oh, you're not late, Mama Alicia. You're not late. You're not late. We just started. So, reading this article from Bella Powers, I was really disappointed. I was heartbroken, not by her. I was heartbroken by the insincerity of people who claim to be victims. And I've always said, there was a case, we all know of a case where a woman, a lady who claimed to be a mother, came out and cried that there's narrated this story of somebody who was going through domestic abuse, and this person had a family, and this person didn't have boots, this person didn't have a coat, she was thrown out by the spouse. Oh, people come, help this person. And she was soliciting for funds to help. It was almost like a mafia game that was going on because the real story wasn't coming out. The story was trying to come out, but it wasn't really quite clear. Some people really make it difficult to keep helping others. Exactly, sis. So, but in the end, it was exposed. Pretty, my beautiful sis. Welcome. I see you. I see you. Where it's okay, sis. I share for work. The woman has got to hustle. So, and we heard about this person trying to solicit funds. Okay, and then fair enough. Okay, let's just say the domestic violence was actually happening, or it happened. And suddenly we hear that this victim has been rescued. And before we could know it, this same victim is accusing the people who helped her of attempting to rape her without any proofs. And this article, when I read this from post from Bella Powers, I thought, voila, there are so many of such people out there that people are willing to help them, but they are so untruthful that they actually make it hard for others to benefit from such help. Because if people like Bella Powers and her team are struggling or being torn out of pocket by certain individuals who are claiming to be victims, but it turned out that they are not victims, then you can imagine how that has put off so many people to help victims. So as much as we respect victims of domestic violence, sister girl, you're not late, darling. You're not a peace person. Mama for life. Abella says, she's gonna. So it makes it hard for people to help genuine victims, because people are using people's weak emotions, playing over our emotions, because obviously they know if you hear violence, domestic abuse or violence, people just rush in to help and rescue this person because we know the consequences if quick action is not taken. Joycey, welcome, sis. Welcome, welcome. If action is not taken, but then you're calling the people who are supposed to help you. Grace William, welcome, sis. And you're actually making it difficult for them to help actual victims, real people who are suffering from abuse. So we really need to think twice before we cry out of violence or we seek help. If we are trying to con people, please don't do it, because karma will get you back in the backside. Don't do it. Do not do it. You can do it so many times, but you will get caught. 99 days for a thief and 1 day for the owner. But I did, sister girl. Obama before Loca Loquito, welcome, darling. Welcome, welcome. I see you. Please like the video as you come in. So, please don't do it. 99 days for a thief and 1 day for honor. You will get caught. If you don't you're not get caught, karma would visit you. Don't block the assistance that could be given to real, genuine victims. So that's that point. But to end it on a better note, when I woke up this morning, Scammer Cripple Ross, hey, Waga, I like this name. I like the name, Sote Afida. I love your name. Welcome, 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 darling. When I woke up this morning, I was smiling because, oh, okay, sister girl. We are still the same people. So when I woke up this morning, I was quite pleased. Bella Powers and her team had a change of heart, and they actually put up a new post to say they've reconsidered their decision. They will continue to help the victims. But Bella Gabi, welcome, welcome, welcome name. I see you, welcome. Oh, from Bubble Tea, welcome, sis. So please like the video. Hey, Auntie Dango Judith, welcome, 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 Auntie. I see you. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate your time. So they've changed the stance, and they want to really help people. So they said they will help people, but they've actually put legal conditions in place. So the victims will have to sign. I don't want to read the whole article. It's really long, so I'll make it easy and summarize it for you guys. So the victims that they will be helping in the future will have to sign an agreement to say that if they should breach or actually reverse their plea or their case or retract their case, then they will have to pay any cost incurred for that time or that period that they've actually been processing the file. So I think that's a brilliant thing. That's probably going to stop a lot of people from exploiting kind-hearted people. I think that's a good thing. And I really applaud Bella Powers and her team for having a change of heart to actually continue to do this fabulous philanthropic job that they're doing in our community. So thank you, Bella Powers. So, and then we move to the next one. As I talked about body shaming and confidence. I see a lot of people who are not confident in themselves, and I feel so bad. I feel so bad because as individuals, we are unique in our own way. We are unique. Don't fit in, stand out. Thank you, sister girl. Sister girl, let me put you. I'll put you as my moderator. Okay. Sister girl, just type. Let me see if you're a moderator now. I think you should be. And Bella. Shark Airline. Welcome, Shark Airline. Welcome, 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 Shark Airline. So, I feel so bad when people are actually not confident in themselves, okay? People, and they see people who are very confident in themselves and they feel intimidated. And because they feel intimidated, they want those people to just feel less of themselves, like they are feeling, they throw out their negative energy. I see Mommy Bridget Benjamin, advertising maps with all the confidence and air in her. And that's, to me, that's inspirational. We have different body sizes and shapes, and we should celebrate them. I hear her say she wants to do her elephant movement or elephant walk. Great, fantastic. Plus size models, skinny models, whatever you want to call yourself, where you want to fit in, fit in. There's no need to body shame each other. You're confident in yourself. You don't look at what people think about yourself, and stop putting people down because you don't feel confident in yourself. That's how I see those people who are bashing on people for saying they are this or they are that, they don't fit in, they don't look good. Trust me, you are suffering in your own self. You're projecting your energy. What you should be doing as a person is go to that person and ask them what they've done to gain such confidence, such self-confidence, because that's what we need as human beings to survive. The belief in yourself. Confidence is very important in this our society. If not, people will control your life. Absolutely. Let love lead. Absolutely. Self-confidence, my mama. Thank you, Hotbox. Please like the video. Big five for life. Welcome, my beautiful sis. I see you. We have to be proud of who we are. Absolutely, Joyce. We have to be. So please don't do that, because we see a lot of, especially the teenagers. As adults, we are talking and we talk about Grace William, my beautiful sis. Welcome. We see a lot. Exactly. Dollars Block Hobos. Look at her, the confidence. Look at the outfit where she's Stymie Diamond outfits. You need to know what to wear, even if it doesn't fit and you're carrying yourself with all the confidence. That's what matters. Okay. Stop body shaming people, because we have a lot of people who go and quarrel themselves because they have been body shamed. They want to look skinny. I lost a classmate of mine when I was in high school. A classmate of mine who went to take slim course or slimming tablets or something because she wanted to be slim for her wedding, and she ended up in a coffin. So the wedding dress was her send-off dress, if anything. So she quarreled while trying to be slim, and she exited still chubby. Okay, so stop body shaming people and rather work on yourself to be able to be confident in yourself. To be able to be confident. And I keep thanking Mommy Brie for preaching. So preach on, Mommy Brie, about this self-confidence, because a lot of us, a lot of women have negative energy, projecting it on others, making people to feel down on themselves. I want to encourage all my ladies, feel great in yourself, because you're beautiful just the way you are. You're absolutely beautiful just the way you are. Okay, it's absolutely amazing. Right, so that's confidence in that sense. Let's move to friendship. These are all asides before we move into the real topic of today. So friendship, I did a video. My last video was about jealous friends, and it was beautiful reaction I had from you all. The interaction was amazing. People shared their experiences, and it's good for us to understand that as much as we have those friends that we trust, okay, we cannot feel like they would treat us like we would treat them. We always want to think that our friends will be like us, okay, especially if you're that nice friend, loyal, and you know, a friend who gives it all in a friendship. Recently, I see a post of a prominent Nigerian TikToker who allegedly was actually poisoned by his closest friend, and he exited his world. Okay, and he exited his world. Why? Because of jealousy. Why? Because he's probably shining. That person feels like their star is like outshining their own star. So they need to dim the only way they can dim that person's light is by exiting them. Okay, and that's what I said to you guys. Be very careful, because not everybody who surrounds you, it's someone to be trusted. It doesn't matter how long you've been together. Not everybody has your best interest at heart. Especially when you become very successful, you have to be very mindful of the circle of people, your circle. It's so important. You have to have a very tight-knit circle when you become very successful. Because trust me, people may not say it. Not everybody wants to see you happy and progress. They will be smiling, like Mommy Brie said on an Adwala rat. They will be biting and blowing at the same time. Before you know it, you'll be out. There's so many of them around us. So please be watchful, be mindful. It's good to celebrate our success, right? But be very careful, because not everybody wants to hear your good news. To some people, it irritates them. It makes their stomach churn. So be careful. Know who you're sharing your success or progress with, because it may just backfire. So this is this prominent guy, up and coming, who has just been exited by his closest friend. What else can someone do? I'm not even successful, but I know gets me friend or sister girl. You want to live like an island. I'm very successful with my tongue. G-spot, I trust you. Honestly, you know, so be very careful when it comes to your friendship. It's the same, best of friends. They betray each other. That's Bobrisky fighting with Toto Dike, up and down, exposing each other. Our very own general overseer, the very loyal girl. I've said it so many times, I need a Brenda in my life. I need a Brenda in my social media life. Hi, Ma for Lindis, welcome, sis. When you have a loyal friend, treat them with so much respect. Treasure them. Carry them as if you're carrying uncooked egg in a spoon. It's so sad, Crochet Spot. It's so sad. You know, treasure them, because good friends are very rare to find. When you see a friend, someone like Brenda, when we see it, and the betrayal from her so-called very good friend was painful to watch. And what was even more painful was that the other person was not remorseful, not for a second. Pride. Pride is a dangerous thing. There's pride before any fall. Ayobisa, welcome. My very own untouchable, the one and only untouchable in 237. Tunode. Welcome, sis. So please be very careful when you're giving your all in a friendship or you're having people around you. Be mindful. Sleep with one eye open. Nowadays is very dangerous. A girl was killed in was exited in Cameroon by her best mate, a university student, because apparently she was getting the attention of all the boys and her friend wasn't getting the attention. Hello, we are all different human beings. Your time will come. We all have turns. That's why we didn't come into this world at the same time. Even twins, identical twins don't get things at the same time. They don't get married at the same time. Empty pride, honestly, Auntie Judy Dango. Empty pride. That's what's killing a lot of us. Empty pride. That's what's killing a lot of us. So be very mindful, my beautiful people. You know, trust in yourself, have confidence in yourself, mind the friend group that you actually hang around. Very important. And please do not exploit philanthropic sources or platforms if you are claiming to be a victim, because then you're obstructing the help that should go to real, genuine victims. Please, okay? Yeah. She is a very sweet soul. Now, really, Chester. She is a very sweet soul. She was a very good friend. We all saw it. But then when you have people who don't value friendship, they let it go. And when it's gone, that's when they want to, they realize it and they don't know what to do. And because they've never been humble or very authentic in the friendship, they're struggling with themselves. Reaction is different. Instead of going to apologize, to say, hey, I messed up. Forgive me, sis. Please forgive me. You go around bragging, boasting, but who is losing? You, of course. Boss lady, welcome. I had someone when I thought she was my friend, but on my wedding, I noticed she was at the friend. I thought she was the friend at yeah, you have so many. I said this before. My best friend, well, the person who everybody was expecting to be my maid of honor, I changed it. I didn't want her to be my maid of honor because I realized she wasn't the friend for all the years that I thought she was. And that's why I said it doesn't matter how the longevity of your friendship is not a measurement for loyalty or for trust. It's not. Right. So having said that, let's dive straight into today's topic. So today's topic, as you all have seen, you've seen my younger self. Thank you, boss lady. Thank you. I watch and we'll talk about that later. So you must have seen myself on my thumbnail. That was my younger, well, a slightly younger version of me. That was my JJC mood when I came to Europe. You see, Mama Lisa is saying she changed her maid of honor the eve of her wedding. Beauty queen, welcome, darling. How are you today? I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing good. Let me just read a comment that has disappeared. I don't want to miss any of your comments today because I've missed you all very much. It's been a week since I came on, so I don't want to miss any comment. Even the popular content creator on TikTok was killed by friends. Yes, sister girl, that's what I was talking about. You know, they exited him. Thank you, Auntie Judy Dango. Thanks, Hotbox. His best friends exited him. Can you imagine? That's what we're talking about these days. Be very careful. Be very, very careful. Be welcome. No, you haven't missed, darling. You're just coming at the right time. The life no balance, Shark Airline, no balance. Oh, thank you, Hotbox. I need the watch hours. I definitely do. Please share, like, promote. So it's absolutely important that we know who our circle of friends are, the people we're dealing with. Okay, I've said it many times. If they show you their call the first time, don't ignore it, because a leopard will never change its spot. A leopard can never change its spot. Even if you whitewash it, underneath the whitewash, it still got spots. So it will always be a leopard. Always, always, always. The enemy within, of course. The general overseer. Oh, Mama Vankat. Welcome, welcome, sis. My sis with plenty wisdom. Your place day. Your place day. Yes. I said, I need a Brenda in my social life, the general overseer. I don't know how I could do. I'll probably clone you. I need you. I need you in my life. I must to be Auntie Igwe by force. Whether I like it or not, I must to be. Igwe will have to be my son-in-law. Hey. So start thinking. I don't care what you're thinking about, but Igwe is my son-in-law. So groom him well for me. Oh, I'm coming to take him. Belgium, UK is not far. Oh, my Belgic Igwe. So yes, guys. So the realities of life in a diaspora. I've always wanted to discuss this topic. I've always wanted to, because I often, the reaction I see from the faces of my grandchildren, my children and my siblings, the ones that are back home, when I talk about my realities in Europe, the look on their faces, actually, as it's one of the reasons why I'm having this discussion today. We, the social media in-laws, welcome you. Joycey. we welcome Bebe Igwe, Igwe into the family. We, the social media, you guys, the social media in-laws. Oh, thank you, Auntie. Clear minds and self-healing. Thank you, guys. Please, that's my auntie. She has one of the most amazing YouTube platforms. I've said it before, those who actually have been coming regularly. She talks a lot about social sciences, things that are day-to-day life styles and struggles. So if you want to know everything about how to survive the day-to-day life, if you're struggling with confidence and all this friendship and societal structures, that's the page to visit. Please check her out. For those who have checked her out, I saw some comments. They've really liked it. So please, thank you so much for coming, Auntie. So I've always wanted to talk about this reality of life in the diaspora, be it wherever it is in the world, okay? But my focus here will be mostly here, my life experience. I'm talking from experience, okay? And I'm sure a lot of us, please, I'll make a disclaimer. A disclaimer, it doesn't reflect to every bush faller, okay? But a majority of us will relate to the things that I will say here. A majority. 90%, I'm sure. Also, as my hot boxes will say, 85%. Secondary news will be genuine. So that's why they talk, 85%. So, yeah. So, when we talk about life in the diaspora, I want to give you guys people to understand the whole lifestyle, the realities of it, because when they're back home, people just know that living abroad is like living in heaven, okay? But we mustn't confuse opportunities to living a luxury life. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's good to know, Auntie. So we must not confuse opportunities with beds of roses, okay? And that's why this topic is very, very important. Very, very important. A lot of us, we travel abroad, or our family members struggle and save and send us abroad. Sorry, guys, the baby is very excited. She's enjoying her own show right there. Hello, Raquel. Miss Ray, Mommy is having her own show. Can I have a moment, please? So, family members struggle, save money. Some of them sell their plots. A lot of them go take loans to send us abroad. Okay, say hi to me. Oh, I will, sis. I will. To send us abroad, and the whole idea to travel abroad is because we want a better life for ourselves, for our future immediate families, and for our families. Is your goddaughter big five for life? Yvette Mokum calls her me and me. Wait, G-spot, what do you mean? What do you mean? What language is that? So we come abroad, obviously, to better our lives, to better our future family life, and also to help our families back home. Okay, but then we need to realize that the expectations are very huge, or the people back home need to realize that the expectations are very huge, because all they want, all they know is that the family member is traveling abroad and life will be good for them. They don't think otherwise. There's nothing else. Nothing else. They're rapping too much, so I'm not on G-spots. Don't even try me this evening. So a lot of them are expecting us to come and perform magic, just blow the fairy wand, and the family life is going to change for good. Fair enough, we want to give our best. We want to do everything that we can to help our families. And so we travel abroad. Some travel by air, some travel by boat, some travel by land. Okay? And for those who have traveled by land, we've seen our sister, our very own hot box, narrate her story. She's narrated her story. And yes, honey. Just a second, guys. Let me just get some juice for your baby. Hold on. Do you want some juice? All right, I gave some juice, okay? It's okay, I gave some juice. Sorry, guys, 1 minute. Just get some juice. Just a moment, darling. Just a moment. Yes, you guys, I want you guys to see my top. That's actually done by my very own granddaughter. So beautiful, so cute. So cute. It's got the skirt, but I didn't want to wear the skirt today. So there you go. Have juice, okay? Good job. Well done. So you want to change this program and watch something else, okay? There you go. Watch that. Right. Happy baby. Happy mommy. Yeah. So some of us travel by air, some travel by boat, some travel by foot or by land, and then travel by air. And all of us, our main focus. Thank you, Juicy. Our main focus is to get to Europe, get to the Americas, get to wherever for a better future. We get to Europe. The truth is, for some people, when they come, they either come just to work, and others come to study, like myself. I came to study, and when you're coming to study, people don't think about when you're coming, you have to have a visa, and this visa would have to be renewed, or there are certain conditions. Because the moment is, as long as we think in Europe and we get a visa to come in, we think, oh, that's it, that's the end. That's our green pass to go. But for people who actually have their straight indefinite leave or permanent stay, fair enough. But this mostly is for people like us who came to study, and we have to convert our visas to permanent visas or residencies. Okay, that's already the number one challenge that we are facing. We have these huge opportunities, but yet we come across all these challenges that we don't talk about with our family members. They don't understand it. Some of them get frustrated with us because we don't explain it for them to understand with what we are dealing with. that and why we are not able to meet up sometimes. And it's very important that we are honest and open with them so they can understand exactly what is going on. So of course, when you come, you want the opportunities, you want to benefit from everything that the diaspora has got to open. But first, you need to, you have to overcome all of these obstacles. Okay, like I said, the first of it, the stress of being a student and the work permit, the bills, exactly, clear minds and self-healing. When you have the visa and you come in, you're thinking, oh, well, I've got 2 years visa. Excellent. You're not even thinking, and what next? After the visa expires, what next? So you get a visa, study, and then what next? You realize that you've now settled in here and you have to sort out your life, but then you haven't got the work permit that is needed. You have to struggle to get the work permit. Doki, Kwali, that's the most stressful, one of the most stressful things that any immigrant goes through in the diaspora. And people don't talk about it enough. A lot of people have gone through depression because they have been struggling to get their documents. A lot of them have gone through depression because the process is so tedious, it's so hectic, it's so demanding. The requirements and the financial burden is just too much for people to meet. And they struggle to meet it, and yet there's just no way. There's just no way. I remember when I was struggling myself, and people don't tell their family members because I don't know, for some reason, if they are ashamed or they feel like they'll sound like a failure if they actually tell their family members that's what they're going through, dealing with. Because when you are a student, actually you have your part-time work, you are doing your 20 hours and extra work during holiday time. But then when you actually you're done with studies and you have to extend your quality, what do? You can't give the money I usually use to support your family with, and they will not understand. And you can't even tell them that. Some people don't tell them that they're struggling with their dokis. So people are struggling. I remember personally when I finished my one and I had to get my residency, that was the most stressful period in my life living in the UK. That was the most stressful. It's the most stressful period because, first of all, there's no guarantee that you're going to be given. You have to work so hard to save it. You have to work endless hours to save the money. The cost of living is so huge, so you have to barely manage to scrape by to make ends meet and save money to get your documents sorted. And there's no guarantee. And it's not a joking matter because the immigration system is so tight. They do all the strictest checks they will do. The slightest check they will do. The stress of getting a job and getting a job with a good boss is another. Exactly. And I remember when I applied for my residency, and I was still panicking, even though I knew I'd given every document of mine. I've provided everything that was to be provided, basically. But I was still nervous. I remember even when the mailman would knock at the door or ring the doorbell, I would think it's the immigration department. They've come to repatriate me to Cameroon. I was going through a psychological phase that no one could understand. No one back home could understand. And I realized I wasn't sharing that with my family. Okay. Just the only person that knew about it was my elder sister who lives here. Okay. And that's what we have to deal with. That's what we have to deal with. Exactly. And peace person, the wait, that's what kills you. And that's what I said while I was still waiting, when the doorbell rang and it was a mailman for delivery, I knew I was going home. And the thought of going home to start from square one, that's what sends so people cuckoo. That's what gets us going crazy. And for people who are not mentally strong, that's what sends them into that dark space. And you see a lot of them on the streets. You see so many Africans on the streets. I'm not saying most of them is because of documents, but if you want to check critically, a lot of them have gone through this stress of no doki, and they've lost hope, and they've been traumatized psychologically, and they've just flipped. Okay, and we don't talk about this. People don't realize it. People back home don't know that that's the stress that we have to go through to actually have that legal right to stay in this country. That's one of the biggest stresses that we have to deal with. Okay. Boss lady said something very important there. Life is not easy here, And some of our aunties and uncles in the diaspora keep giving those back home fake hopes, making them think milk and honey flows here just is exactly, international boss lady. I'll tell you a story just to actually support what you said. I mentioned that before. A friend's mom came here. They were staying that she lived here for almost 6 months. Okay. And from time to time, when they will go out with she will go out with her son, they will stop by the cash points. I don't know how you guys call it wherever you are. The cash points, money on the wall, you know, where you withdraw money from the cash machine. So they will stop there from time to time and collect money, obviously, or withdraw money. And the lady or the mom did not bother asking why the son was collecting money from the ATM. Exactly, let love lead. And the mom never bothered asking the son, and the son never bothered asking the mom. I suppose he saw no need to explain it to the mom why, how the money got to the ATM. So the mom then went back home and was telling the neighbors and her friends that Europe is so good. That Europe is so good. That money is everywhere. You go to the walls. You can just go to any building on the wall and you can take money. You can take money. You can take money. So oh my God. She was saying it in the dialect, peace person. She was saying in the dialect, peace person, you understand, ma? You know, you know, she was in the light. It's very funny if somebody says it in the dialect and any Bafu person will understand. She was telling all the neighbors and the villagers that, Chubby, if you laugh, I will skin you. There was money on the wall. You know, if you go to Europe, it's easy. You go to the wall and just take money. You take money. You take money. Anybody take money. So people need to go to Europe and take money from the walls. The walls are producing money. It's only when the son then visited after mom returned home and relatives were coming and saying, oh my God, is that how your country is good? Is that how nice and plentiful money is? Because mom told us that money is overflowing from every building. You just go to a wall and you pull money out. And the son was like, what are you talking about? And then he realized that mom is talking about the ATM or the cash point. And so... Exactly, the national boss lady. Exactly. And so the son had to explain to all the aunties and uncles that no, this money from the walls that mom is talking about, you have to put it in the bank. And that bank is because you put the money in the bank and then you can take it out from the wall from that bank. And then it made sense to the people that this money wasn't free money. Exactly. This money wasn't free money. So that's a misconception that people have about life in the Europe being a bed of roses. That is you know, all nice and skyscrapers and everything. It's not. It's not, because I remember even when I was picked up from the airport by a family friend, and when we're driving from the airport and coming, and the area where we're driving from, okay, we're coming from Gatwick Airport, and I was looking at the building. I'm saying to them, have we arrived yet? Are we actually already in London? Are we actually there? And he said, yes, we are there. And I'm thinking, but I'm expecting to see skyscrapers. I'm expecting to see flyovers. I'm expecting to see like a big highway, nice and clean and tidy. But I could see like dilapidated buildings. I could see homeless people on the streets. And these are the images that people don't get back home. People actually don't understand that even here in Europe, times are so hard that even the residents themselves cannot afford a single square meal. And that's just to say, we, the foreigners, we have to work 10 times harder to make a living out of this society in which we are living in. Because if the people, we know some of them are very lazy, they rely on the system a lot, but the system itself is not easy on us, okay? Like Claire Mines herself healing has said. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. The co-host is calling. Let me get her this. Get you some pretzels. Have some pretzels. Have some pretzels. Good girl. Okay. The old building that the crazy, exactly, peace person. I was like, is this Europe? Are we in Europe already? That's me asking, are we in Europe already? And they're like, yes, you're already in London. I was like, London? London, the capital city of England? No way. How can it be? But that's the reality that people don't see or people don't talk about. And you see homeless people, we have to work 20 times harder or 10 times harder to make ends meet. And we don't talk about this to our family members. We have to do back-to-back jobs, 12 hours, 1 hour sleep, and going back and do a second job. I remember being a student, working my 20 hours and on holiday, picking up a holiday job and still studying. So these are the kind of things we have to deal with in Europe, in the diaspora, that we don't talk about. And the expectation on us is building from back home. The pressure, we're not talking because we are ashamed for our family members to feel like we are failures. Whereas we are not. We are just struggling to cope with the system, which is very demanding. Boss lady just said something. People are, yes, sleeping on the street, but families back home don't care to ask how life treats them. Yes, they don't. All they think is the money. All they think about is the money, but they don't understand the realities of living here in the diaspora. You have to work ridiculous amount of hours just to accumulate enough money to pay the bills, transport costs, your own feeding, and rents. And the truth is, most of the times we end up, on the negative end of the spectrum when it comes to our own spending. You realize that you give out more money to your family members, immediate or extended family members, and you don't even have the time to spend on yourself. There was a time I actually sat and thought, my God, you would sometimes move like 600 pounds and send it back home. But then when you think about buying a pair of shoes for 100 pounds for yourself, you panic. And I think to myself, oh my God, why can't I, spend on myself the way I spend on my extended family? And those are the sacrifices that we make that our family members don't understand. And these are the little things that, yes, we like to help, but then it demotivates us, or it adds up to the stress that we are going through in the diaspora that people don't talk about. People paint, I know sometimes people are painting the fake image, like the boss lady said, a fake image. There are two types of people in the diaspora. Eh? There are two types of people, the hardworking people who would hustle. Russian bomb in the building. Welcome. Welcome, 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 sisters. Flame Sean Gotti. Welcome, welcome. Crochet Squad. I remember the day I arrived and the house my friend took me to, I sat down and cried. We were 8 girls living in a 2-bedroom house. They made me work very hard. Oh my God, that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes we don't tell them what's happening. We don't. But that is me, oh, let love lead. My dear, that's a lot of us. Even if you tell them, they will tell you they want to come and see themselves before they believe. Exactly, Flame Shogoti. I've said if I had my means, I will send a big Boeing plane to go home and bring my whole family to the diaspora so they can see for themselves and taste it. And they will understand. Taste it and they will understand. I can send 1,000 back home, but to buy shoes, even for $10 myself, I will think about it for 1 month. Exactly, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Lack of self-care contributes to depression. That's my auntie, Claire Minds and Self-Healing saying it. Somebody is a specialist. She knows that's what she deals with every time, every day. That's her specialty. She's seen it. And for her to make such a statement, it's just to tell us how serious this situation is. It's just to tell us how serious this situation is. And like I said, life na JJ, what to be wrong with you? Make and take sense for you. Sacred for bush, end for bush. And that's not that shouldn't be the case. Big five for life. That shouldn't be the case if we really need to make matters easy for ourselves and cut back on the level of depression. Anite! Bienvenue, ma chérie. It's been a long time, darling. Where have you been? I know a classmate back home. She has, within 2 years, houses and cars back home. She is sending lots of money home, even to my relatives. She made them believe I am lazy. That's what I mean. And we're going to talk about this. Big Boutique Sherry Coco say, one close Dubai, the whole media. I hope so. Allow those people, and those are the kind of people I need to talk about here. That's where I'm going to. That's where I'm going to. Those kind of people we need to talk about right here. Net lovely, it's not. When you earn just 1,000 or 1,200, how much do you send back home and your daughter? Exactly. Let's face facts. Life is hard in Europe and USA, but it's harder in Cameroon. Sis, that's the concept that we have. That's the concept that we have, that life is harder in Cameroon. The quality of life in Cameroon is much better than the quality of life we're living here in Europe. That's for fact. Life is harder in Cameroon if we choose to make it hard. I've said it before during one of my shows, codependency thing that I talked about. A lot of us are blaming the system in Cameroon for our plight. So many of us. We need to learn to make do with what we have. Utilize our potentials, our skills, our resources that we have available to us. A lot of people say life is harder. If you look at those people who are saying life is harder in Cameroon, they are the ones that will do the least effort to come out of their comfort zone to do something else. I've said it before. There's so many things. There's so many people doing Showman Camp when they have so many opportunities they can do. Start with 500 francs. I know 500 francs CFA and do me patch corn and groundnuts. And that will turn over. Somebody shared that story here when I did that topic. You'll be shocked. Boil egg, start with a tray, stand it by the roadside. Sell it. Trust me, you make a profit. So many times we want people back home, a lot of them want to be given food on a gold platter. And that's a problem for me. Okay. Yes, that's what I mean. Opportunities. Let's not confuse opportunities and bed of roses. G-Spot. Opportunities in Europe, countless. Diaspora, countless opportunities. Okay, that's the opportunity we have. But to get to those places that we would love to get to, especially already our color is at a disadvantage against us. Okay, like I say, where I work, I feel like, and I know I have to work 10 times more than my colleagues who are not of my background if I have to get my name out there. And that's the reality. But if I'm in Cameroon and I'm among my peers, I don't have to do that. I don't have to think that. And it's not because it's in my head, it's because it's been proven so many times. That's just the reality. And it shouldn't be like that. Those are the challenges that we face here in the diaspora. You don't have such a challenge back home. We don't. Okay? Yes, they are misleading the public. Meanwhile, he buys them during discount. When they want money, they will bleep. They will bleep out the hell of you. When you finally call back, they ask money, and when you send the money, they will bleep you to say thanks. Yes, you called the bad boss lady, and they'll bleep you to say, I only called to say I've received. I only bleep to call say I received the money. Received the money. Family members, true. Some people think some jobs are beneath them, and I have problem with that. Start somewhere and upgrade. Exactly. Clear minds are self-healing. That's what I say. I shared my experience. I like to talk with examples. I shared my experience when I left uni, what I did before I even had the chance to travel. My coming to Europe was like a miracle. I'd already given. I wasn't focused. And for people who knew me, they thought, okay, she has siblings back home in the UK. She's definitely going to travel abroad. But that wasn't my focus point. My focus point was what next? I was hustling. I was hustling like hell. Okay, I was hawking Nestle sachets. I was hawking from Bamenda city center right down to Sani, people who know about food, on foot. And after that, I went to my friend's store. I was actually selling in my friend's store. I humbled myself. It's my classmate. I worked for her. I would walk from the town's food market. I would go right to Bambili, Bambui, and sell to the ENS student at the gate. People saw me. Some people would see me and say, oh my God, what will your sister say if she sees you doing this? I didn't care. That was me. I have to hustle for myself. So nobody would say, oh, you're very lazy, or you can't, you're only depending. I don't like depending on people. I really don't. And I don't like to lay blame on, on the system or anything. I make sure I've done everything in my power to survive. And then if not, I will lay the blame. That's just me. And like I said, there are 2 times, definitely boss lady, I bought strong line of street. Exactly. There are 2 types of people here in the diaspora. 2 types. The hard workers and the people who want the easy way out. The hard workers and the people who want the easy way out. Bella Fountain, same year, I was a university graduate roasting fish, and my peers were laughing at me when they heard that I won the lottery and was coming to the US. Come and see their faces. Exactly. All the university students, plenty. All my one tie edicine, one wear pano skirts, one wear tie high jeans, no one burn fish, no one roast corn. Don't want to go and sell or hawk something or sell okra. Excuse me, guys. Sorry, buddy. There you go. There you go. So yeah, a lot of us. So we talk about the hard workers and those who want the easy way out. And for the hard workers, I want to really applaud them because it's not easy. There's you have so many responsibilities to deal with, okay? And the main problem that we are having also from friends and families back home is actually caused by the people who want the easy way out. A lot of them come here, and because they always feel like they have to compete with people, or they're not humble enough to get back, because trust me, when you come here, Europe would humble you. The diaspora would humble you. If you can't humble yourself, you will fall in this group of people who want the easy way out. It would humble. It doesn't matter. I know people who were professors back home, who were lecturers back home, civil servants earning hundreds of thousands back home, who came here and they were working in KFC. One of my teachers of blessed memory, he came here, he was working in KFC, and he couldn't handle it. He just said, because he had a good life back home. That's what I mean. He had a good life back home. He was earning, even if he was earning his 500,000 or 300,000 a month and living in his own house, he had a better quality of life. He came here working in KFC, and this young manager or Yibo girl talking to him anyhow, commanding him here, left, right, center. He just got fed up. He said, you know what, this is rubbish. I'm out of here. And that's how he left. That's how he left. So if you're coming here, the advice is you need to humble yourself. Put your head down. It's like starting from scratch. That's already a psychological torture. When you're coming here, you have to start from scratch. But for the few, the handful who are coming with a work visa, who already know where they're going, a lot of us have to start from scratch. I started as a carer. I remember when I told my nieces I was a carer, the look in their face, they were like, ah! I was like, yes, that's what I do to be able to send you guys monies. And even some friends, my sister told me that the friend of theirs, when they heard I was a carer, they didn't believe it. They were like, no. Because people have their perception in their mind about who a carer is, the kind of job, why should you be a carer? But no. Anything that is legit and it puts food on your table, do it. Humble yourself. Don't make fun of any job that you have in Europe, because that job, if it pays the bills and it takes care of you and your family, then you should do it. But the most important thing I would say is we have to go back to square one. And for those who can't go back to square one, they find the easy way out. That's why you can read the headlines and see a lot of our brothers and sisters being jailed for fraud engaging themselves in fraudulent activities. A lot of them, you see them so many times, stealing national insurance number or social security numbers that you hear in the States because they want fast money. Some of them go on and do scamming because they want fast money. And when they go back home, they're living this flamboyant life, spraying money, open the back of their car, booming music in the area, and people think, oh, America Wanda don't land. Hey, Papa, nye piki don't come, and don't come, and don't come, and don't come. Hey, America Wanda. Then they turn and look at Pangwa's son and say, "Hey, Pangwa picking old, hey, lazy boy. Now this and you go only yesterday. Now this don't come with a Land Cruiser. Now this the gaming bowl for all man. And what if they never even send one cement in the other and build that veranda? You don't understand what Anya is doing. You don't understand what Anya is up to." And that is the problem, because Anya is involved in the dodgy lifestyle in the diaspora and creating the impression that life is all nice and rosy and easy. Ngwa is being castigated for being lazy just because he's working hard, and because the system is so difficult and making it so hard for them to make such money that Anya is doing. They feel that Ngwa is lazy. But people need to realize, there are people who make it, no doubt. But for the majority of us, we have to till and toil to make it in life. And that's why it hurts when you send money back home and people don't appreciate it. That's why it hurts when you send money back home and people don't appreciate it, the sacrifices that we make. Some of us, we come to join our spouses. We come to join our husbands. We come to join our wives. We come to join our boyfriends. When you come, you meet, you make babies. You can't even have a quality time to spend with your family because you guys are working back to back to be able to save and raise the family and support the people back home. These are the challenges that people face. Marriages break every day because we don't have that time to connect and bond and talk about the most important things that matter in our lives. All we're focused is how we can make our families better, because that's what is expected of us when we was expected of us when we left home. My very first salary was 40,000 francs, 40,000 K. My mom actually discouraged me accepting it, but I accepted. But that little job paved my way into earning about 1.5 million in 2 years later. I always encourage to keep pushing. Thank you so much, my mama, for that inspirational comment. That's what I mean. You have to start from nothing and work your way up. My goddaughter, my Didi, she asked me once, she said, Auntie, she calls me Auntie Cuckoo. She says, Auntie Cuckoo, have you always held this position? I don't want to talk. Have you always held this position in your company before I was born? I was like, no, Didi, no. You grew up to see Auntie Cuckoo in this position, but Auntie Cuckoo used to be like the other people that you see or you saw. Auntie Cuckoo used to be at the bottom. Auntie Cuckoo had to work hard to work her way up. Because if you don't tell people like that, they feel like that's the reality of the whole situation. But you have to make people have to make so many sacrifices. Anita, don't feel G-spot. Oh, bless you, darling. That's the truth. That's the truth, sis. That's the truth. We need to say it as it is. We need to speak the truth as it is, because people don't talk about it. And people will misjudge some of us who are struggling. Misjudge some of my sisters and my brothers, and I really want people to get this information. Yeah. We don't have a life here in the diaspora, let love lead. We don't have a life here because socializing here in the diaspora is like luxury. It's like luxury. And that's the adjustment that some of us have to make when we get here. Some of the difficult adjustments that we need to make. You know, even if you have a sibling, both of you have different work patterns. So you barely see each other. And that's so frustrating. That's so frustrating. Thank you, Auntie Judy Dango. That's so frustrating. You can't spend quality time with your family. Be it your child or your sibling, you cannot spend that time because you're working opposite shifts. And that's the thing that people, you only appreciate it when you are here. When you're back home, you don't see the importance of this family time, okay? You don't see the importance of it. But these are things that we will treasure when we come here in the diaspora. We don't have time. We can't even go out. The only time I go out, if I may, is when I go out to my barefoot cultural meeting, which my auntie here, Claire Minds of Self-Healing, is one of the leaders in that meeting. That's the time I go out. Or when I have my office dues, I would do that when I didn't have the baby. Since I had her, it's very difficult. Those are the sacrifices that you made. But you have all the nieces. I have my nieces. I have my nephews, my cousins, everybody in the back home that I could leave the baby with. That's the luxury that we've sacrificed while we're here. But people don't understand that when they're back home. People cannot get it. Okay, so that's what I mean. Let's go back to these two types of people. So you're sitting here, you're flashing all these nice things and making it sound like Europe is so easy to settle and survive. People feel like that's the reality, whereas that's not the reality. Because if you have to, sometimes I always say to people, cut your coat according to your size. Cut your coat according to your size. Don't look at somebody carrying a Chanel bag and you want to go and carry a Chanel bag and realize that the work that you're doing is not going to earn you the Chanel bag. And you go and ask them and they tell you what they're doing and you think, oh, easy money and I'll jump on it. Know where you come from. Know your family background. Know your struggle. Know how you got to where you were. Don't go to the fast lane. Struggle to make legal, genuine money. Don't compare with anybody, because when we start comparing, that's when the trouble is. That's when the trouble is. It's very important that we realize that. There's so many sacrifices that we have to make. I don't think that there are people who actually work in pay the way we do here. The hours of work, the number of jobs that we do. How many people do multi-works back home? How many people are doing 2 jobs back home? And one thing I need to tell you guys here, no job is a nasty job here in the diaspora. I keep saying, people are making fun of one of our sisters that she's selling soya in the diaspora. Trust me, self-employment is the best, and I'll keep saying that. If you can do self-employment, that's the best thing that can happen to you. And I always advise people, our educational system sometimes in Cameroon mislead us. If we can focus on very professional oriented careers, that will help us a lot. Nursing, banking, plumbing, carpentry, fashion and design or tailoring, those are the kind of careers we should be focusing on in our country. Gone are the days we used to look at technical education as education for dollars, okay? Because these are the skills that when you come here with those skills, it's easily transferable. Easily transferable. A seamstress here, trust me, if I were to go and alter this top that I'm wearing, any seamstress, back home, I'll probably take 200 francs or 500 francs maximum to alter this outfit. But here, if you don't have 25 pounds the least, nobody's going to touch it. Okay? So we need to unlearn that thought. And that's why so many of us, when we come here, we're trying to pick and choose what we want to do. And we find ourselves in very shaky situations where we are maybe unemployed and we can't even earn a living. Because you don't want to be a bus driver. You don't want to be a taxi driver. And do you know how much taxi drivers earn in the diaspora? Do you know how much plumbers earn in the diaspora? Do you know how much carpenters earn in the diaspora? One of my cousins had to go back home to do motor mechanics because he wanted to come and perfect it in the diaspora because it's so expensive to do the course here. But we have it back home for little or no cost. But we're making fun of those careers. So this is information that we should put out there. This is the information that we should put out there. It's not only because I want to have a master's in international relations. Oh, I want to have a master's in this. And one thing I'll say to my brothers and sisters out here, let no one discourage you, no matter the age that you are here in the diaspora, when you come from back home, let no one discourage you to pursue your dream. I've heard of so many stories where people are saying to you, oh, you're too old. You want to go and start doing nursing now? My God, at what age? How many years you're going to work to become a nurse? Go your nursing. Do it. It's never too late. Any skillful job is what we need. Hairdressing is absolutely crochet sport. Hairdressers. Do you know how much we pay to do our braids in the diaspora? And how much we pay? 2,000 francs you go pay for back market for do your hair. Nice braids. But if you haven't got at least 60 pounds or 70 pounds, you can't even do the biggest braids. That's why sometimes I do my own braids. I do my own braids because I think about the cost, the transport to get all the way to the town, to take the train and go to where I have to do my hair. I just think about the cost and all the hassle. I try and do it myself. But these are the jobs that we snub back home. And when we come here, we bring that same mentality. We snub those same jobs, the ones that bring us money. You see? Doing braids will cost $100 upwards. That's what Let Lovely is saying. Very true. 200 euros for braids. Me too. I'm starting learning how to do my hair. Yeah, to save the cost. Yeah, I paid 65 euros for my blinds to be adjusted. Exactly, my mama. That's what I'm talking about. It's so expensive. We underlook our tailors as seamstresses and think of them as low-life creatures, whereas those are the ones who are making the real money here in the diaspora. Okay, we're focusing so much. Do you need help? Welcome, darling. We're focusing so much about the family help back home and not talking about the realities here in the diaspora. It's about time we talk about those things. We talk about those things. And I always say, when people come here, they network. If you have to survive, you have to network. You have to learn the culture. Understand the culture. Some of us come here and we know things are hard, but we don't integrate ourselves in the culture. We don't integrate ourselves in the society, in the community we find ourselves in. We are still going, we're struggling to just go and find a cluster of the people we've traveled with back home. How are you going to learn and open your scope of understanding to know the culture, to know how the people operate, the whole structural system? Because it's by integrating in the system, integrating with the people, that you have those opportunities to grow. I remember, I know culturally it's already a challenge for us. It's a challenge, trust me, it's a challenge. I remember when I came to study, okay, my first week at the uni were one of my worst weeks in my educational experience. I remember sitting in my lecture room and the professor was going on and on and on and on and on. And I didn't hear a thing. I did not understand a word the lecturer said. Not a single word. And I remember coming home to my sister and crying and saying, sister, no go fit. I don't think I'll be able to do this because I didn't understand what the professor was saying in class. And she was laughing. She was laughing. And she said, you will understand. You just have to believe. You just have to ask. You have to be confident enough to ask if you don't understand. And there will be people who are there to explain to you. Yes, peace person, seriously. That's the truth. Because I remember, even the first day when I came and my sister and I, we went to the high street and somebody stopped her and asked was asking for something and asked in English. And I turned and said to my sister, what language was that lady was using? And she said, what do you mean? I said, what was she just talking to you? What language was that? She said, English. I was like, ah. I don't die. I said, I don't die. How am I meant to understand? How am I going to cope in this society? How am I going to cope in this society? Okay. But then you have to believe in yourself. You have to work on it. You have to read. You have to adjust. You have to interact. Exactly. Exactly, peace person. The accent, that's why I couldn't understand. The way they will pronounce your thing, the pronunciation is different from the way we will do our pronunciation. Completely different. You know, so I would not understand a thing. But over time, I worked hard. I made friends with people here because those are some of the challenges, the cultural challenges that we face. I made friends, British friends, so I can understand certain slangs or expressions. And that's the only way I could grow and develop myself within the system or the culture or the environment. Not to talk of the climate. Not to talk of the challenge of the climate that we face when we get here. We face a lot of challenges when it comes to the climate. Yes, honey. Mommy's almost done, okay? The challenge, you're coming from a tropical country, we have to deal with the weather in the diaspora. We have to deal with the snow. I never see snow before. I never see snow before. Hey, come and see your barefoot sister and snow. Oh my goodness. I can't even tell you guys my experience. My mama said okay, no, I've read that one already. My mama said, a peace person, I want the vex the first 2 years where I come join my hobby. I almost pack go me back my country. Exactly, it's the same my mama with my hobby. When my hobby joined me here, because my hobby is a very sociable person. He's very sociable, he's very outgoing. So you had to sacrifice the social life of it all. Boss Lady had made a show. It's very important. Boss Lady made a show before and talked about this thing. It's very important that we talk to our spouses and make them understand the severity when they're joining us, that this is the nature of the society you're coming to live in. So it's not a shock to their system. And a lot of us, when we don't have this conversation and our spouses join us, we have these issues in our matrimonial home. It's very important that we talk about it. So important. There was a comment. I think Diva Need Help wrote a comment that I really want to read. According to your material course, you could be fat and your material is... Diva Need Help. I have even decided to barb my hair just because of who will do my hair. 50 or 60 euros after 2 weeks. Exactly. Diva Need Help. It's very costly. So we need to learn how to do our hair. I believe that name Bushfaller na say we did for year now for farm on... Diva Need Help. That's what they for farm. Honestly, sometimes you go come back for farm, your skin go hot, but you still hope to go for farm the next day. Exactly, Diva Need Help. Exactly. Oh my God! The first time I saw snow, I was laughing and taking pictures and videos. Exactly, lovely. The first when I came here, I came in February, and that was like the last harsh moments of the snow. Greener pasture, my sis for life, my sis with the golden heart. I see you, I see you, I see you. Welcome, sis. My hustling sis. Thank you. Thank you. So we have to deal with we have to acclimatize ourselves with the weather. That's a challenge. That is already a challenge that we have to deal with. Okay. Please like the video if you haven't. That's a challenge we have to deal with. I remember with the snow, when I came, we're coming from a tropical region, we have to deal with the weather. Okay, we have to deal with the weather. And when I saw the snow, I was so excited. In my mind, I thought the snow was very icy and heavy, but it's just so flaky and light and fluffy. It was a very nice sensation. And that was a very good experience. But I was struggling to cope with the cold, the biting cold. I had frostbite. I had purple fingers, purple toes. Literally. Yes, honey, your iPad is off. Sorry guys, let me just set up. iPad is gone off. See, mommy is almost running off. There you go. There you go. So I remember I was always having frostbite. Always having frostbite. My sister would say to me, layer up, you need to. I was like, what's layer up? Layering up. Oh, I have to put turtleneck on. I have to put this. These are the kind of personal adjustments that we need to make. Okay, that we're not used when we travel to the diaspora. I had to learn to level up. And I remember one day I was heading to uni. I was rushing to get the train, and I don't know if you guys know about black ice. Black ice is when it's already snowed and then stops snowing, and the snow that melted into water and makes a puddle, and the puddle gradually freezes and then has like a little glacier on the floor. So it looks like it's a transparent floor, but it's actually icy, and they call it black ice. I didn't even know what that was. So that was me rushing to catch the train to go for lectures, and there was black ice, and I saw this shiny surface, and I thought, oh yeah, it's a tarmac. Let me just rush over it. Oh my God, before I knew it, I was in the air, flat out on the floor, literally. I was on the floor with my legs up. Oh, daddy's here. Let me just get the baby to the daddy. Sorry guys. Yeah. Yeah, so that was me flying, my legs all up, back right down. The only thing was that survived was my head not even touching the ground. Okay, that was probably my athletic self now coming into full play. Okay, so those are the kind of things that we need to adjust to, that we don't talk about. All the struggles, the financial, the social side of it, the family side of it, and we always forget ourselves. Remember, charity begins at home. As much as we want to support our families back home, we need to, first of all, resolve the challenges that we are facing here in the diaspora and be honest with them. We need to tell them how we are struggling. My buttocks is still hot. Me very well, 2.5 years ago. Black ice move wakuna ibre. The first time I climbed the escalator at the airport, your sister fell down. If not for the person behind me who caught me, they would have oh God. Lovely, you're killing me here. Yeah, black ice is very slippery. Very true. I had to learn the language for 2 years, then did nursing course in their language for 3 years, despite my certificates back home, just to integrate. Exactly, Anita. We have to start from scratch. That's the sacrifice that we make. The psychological torture that you have to start from base, as in from scratch, from zero. From zero. And then you work so hard, and then you save money and you send back money. Some people, we send monies back home for them to build houses, and all the years you're working so hard and saving money and sending it back home, and you have the impression, especially when we don't have quali, when we don't have the quali or doki, no dossier, so we are struggling to even maybe do our ways that we do to get quality from somewhere else and use and make some money to send back home for our family members to build our homes or do other things or invest for us. And some people go back home and there's nothing there because family members have squandered the money or misused the money or mismanaged the money, and they don't understand. That's why you hear people exiting their family members, and people don't understand that it's out of pain and frustration when they think about the number of hours they were spending outside in the snow, tilling and toiling to make ends meet. And people sit back home with no idea of what is going through, and they misuse or mismanage the money. It's so painful. It's so painful. People back home really need to appreciate the hustle of us, the bushfallers. They really need to appreciate it. And as much as we want to help our immediate families or families, extended families back home, we really need to look after ourselves to begin with. We have to look after ourselves. Charity begins at home. You really need to look after your own self. Not just focus. Don't feel guilty that, okay, if I don't, they will think I'm a bad brother or a bad sister. You have to look after your own self. Okay? Start with yourself. Self-care. Look after yourself. Charity begins at home, because you're going to send the money. Some of them are even very smart. They will take the money and invest in your names, and you'll be left with nothing. And goodness knows, God forbid something happened to you and you lose a job or quality burn and they have to send you back home. You have to start from scratch and you have nothing to show for. Those same extended family members will laugh at you. They go drive their Prado past, splash you poto water. So I beg of you guys, don't allow your family members to guilt shame you. Do what you can. Don't overstretch yourself. Before you can help them, know that you have actually taken care of your own needs. Then you can help them. You need to go by your heart. Be truthful to yourself, your financial capability. Don't allow anyone to guilt shame you. It's very important. And also, there's something that I want to also advise my fellow brothers and sisters in the diaspora that we often neglect. This thing Mama Atalaku posted on her page the other time. She posted on her page the other time. I've learned to take care of my body that works the money. Exactly. Take care of the body that works the money. You go get salary before the next kind. Yeah, exactly. All calls. They know when they pay you. Your family members, some of your family members back home know when you're paid. Before that day, they will be blipping. They will bleep, 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 bleep. Good morning, sister. Good morning, auntie. Good morning, grandpa. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you? How are you? How are you? And then the moment you send that money, boom. The only time you're going to hear from them is on the 27th or the 28th again. The only time you hear from them is the 27th or the 28th, because they are warming up to their request again at the end of the month. Okay? And don't feel ashamed. Those kind of people, you just need to push them to the side. They really don't care. Because sometimes you want to call back home. Sometimes you're so stressed from work and everything in the diaspora. You just want to call home and talk to somebody. You just want to laugh. You want a family conversation. Somebody's going to crack a joke or tell you something funny that's happened back home. But they will tell you, they will lay all their troubles to you, as if you don't have your own problems to deal with in the diaspora. Instead of making you laugh to forget your worries just for a minute, they will tell you all the stories that you don't even want to hear. Oh, I'm sick. Oh, this person died. Oh, we need to go and support this person. Oh, you know, we're supposed to pay the school fees of this child. Or this or that. It's one problem or the other. People back home learn to have a simple, plain conversation with your fellow brothers and sisters in the diaspora. Sometimes that's all we need. Sometimes that's just all we need. Something to make us laugh and forget about our troubles and sorrows for a minute. Okay? Some of us are scared to call back home. Some of us are so worried to call, because whenever you call, you know you would actually end the call with 10,000 troubles than you before you made the call. You know? People back home, you need to understand. Understand that we are struggling. We're going through tough times as well. Sometimes we just need people to make us laugh, because we don't have that luxury of having that friendly neighbor conversation. If you just walk out to say, Mami Lum, good morning. How na sleep today? Happy kingdom. You can't do that here. You can't. You barely know your neighbors. You barely know who is living next to you. For all you know, a pedophile could be staying next to you. You don't know. A murderer could be staying next to you. You never know, because you don't even interact with your neighbors. You don't even know who they are. And these are the things that we have back home and we don't cherish. And people back home don't understand that we're missing that moment. And the one time we call to enjoy and even feel at home, you get thousands of problems thrown at you. You know? It's really sad. It's really sad. And before I end this, actually, today's topic, there's something that I want to really hammer home. Mama Talaku made this, and I was very happy she made this post. And this is something that, let me just read some comments before I actually round up with this point. Very true. I had to, okay. You go get her before, yeah. I'm getting fed up, honestly. Exactly, Diva, need help. It's not, you easily get fed up. My classmate is called Gucci. She said, I am a slave in Europe. She is always flying from one country to another. I don't know what kind of job she's doing. Exactly. That's why I say you never compare with people, because there are two types of people in the diaspora. The easy way out people and the genuine hustlers. Don't look at whatever Gucci is doing, Anita. Put your head down and keep your eyes straight on the prize in front of you. Because if you look at what Gucci is doing, you're going to make yourself feel like a failure. Don't. Focus. You know why you came to the diaspora. You know what your objectives are. You know what you're capable of doing. And you go for what you want in life. That's the most important thing. What makes you happy? Know what makes other people happy. That is why depression and loneliness sets in once, especially during the Christmas. Exactly, lovely. Depression and loneliness, when you feel like if you call back home, all you're getting is, one trouble message or the other, you rather just stay at home. And if you don't even know your neighbors during Christmas, if you're living alone, for some people who don't have any close relatives or friends nearby, can you imagine spending Christmas alone at home? Oh my God. And you know what Christmas is for us back home. We know what Christmas is for us back home, the celebration of Christmas. And those are the things that people don't realize back home. You know? Bella, because of this topic today, I am going shopping after the show. Sis, you have to shop. You're spending hundreds of dollars or pounds or euros on others. Why don't you treat yourself? Treat yourself, because you deserve it. You work hard for the money, treat yourself. If you can give out 500 euros, you can spend 500 euros on yourself. Those people are not going to die if you sacrifice it for a month. They will still survive. Think about your next door neighbor who doesn't have somebody in the diaspora. How do they survive? That's the question we should be asking. That's the question we should be asking. Depression is so common here because of, yeah, they need help, yeah. Peace person say, Anita, that your classmates, they surely do drug trafficking. The traveling gets a lot behind. Don't fall for that. Exactly, peace person. That's what I said. I have been spending Christmas alone since I came here. Where, sis? Oh, I wish you were my neighbor. It's so painful. It's so that's the time where you miss home even more, the most. It's so painful. So painful. Ayok Bison. Christmas abroad doesn't interest me like back home. Exactly. My untouchable sis. Or back home, the enjoyment is different. Seeing everyone busy, cooking, sharing food, watch the kids display their gifts and clothes and all. Exactly. And all the music, juju, calabash. I remember when I was a teenager, we used to go, a toddler. We used to go juju, calabash, oh yeah, oh. What's that all about? Juju, calabash, oh, kokoriko, oh yeah. Because I grew up in Pernambuco. I'm a camp child. I grew up in the camp CDC. My dad was a general overseer at CDC, Pernambuco, Camp 2. We stayed in Camp 2. For those who know Penaboko, we stayed in Matuke Rubber Estate area, you know, and Holbrook was saying Bonjo, the time when I was in Penaboko, Bonjo, when Bonjo was still a forest, it wasn't habited by then. Bonjo was a forest, but from what Holbrook was saying, Bonjo is now a well restructured area. So I lived. So we used to come out and do juju, calabash, oya, and go around, and people would give us food and money and sweets and balloons, and we would blow, and the euphoria of it all, the celebration of it all. It's beautiful. Penamoko rice and beans. Penamoko rice and beans. If I need help, please. My mom used to own a bakery. When my dad was working, my mom had a bakery. We will go to school, come back, carry our trays of blockade and go and sell around the camp. Sometimes she will do okra, we'll separate it with sticks on different plates, different sections, and go around the camp and sell. Be camp picking, serious camp picking. Peace person, no, I don't know hot box. I don't know hot box. It just happened that the places that she's worked in the Southwest, I've actually lived in a few. I don't know her. There you singing and dancing, exactly, lighting up fire and tires. The carrefour is lovely. Even the aroma, the smell in the air is beautiful. It's very nostalgic when you think about it. Ayobi song, it's the nostalgia. It's just too much. It's too much. I remember one Christmas driving from my sister to my place. The road was like ghost town, ghost town. Nobody on the streets. And I thought, oh, is this a life? Is this the life we want to live? Oh my God. And this is what people don't understand back home. But that's the reality of life in the diaspora. These are our struggles, our real life struggles. God forbid, Anita, they will not even do that. Are they crazy? They can't. Don't you dare know that you're a paysan. You'll fight the last blood. So let me round up with this point that I want to really sound on our sisters in the diaspora. Please, and my brothers, it's very important. Mama Talaku posted this up, okay? Life insurance. Life insurance for us. We don't talk about that enough. I don't think we do when we're in the diaspora. Please, we look after our family members, and I say we forget about ourselves. Because for those who are single, imagine if something were to happen there, unexpected, should happen to you. A life-changing injury where you cannot walk or move or anything. A bedridden situation. And worst case scenario, death were to happen to you. If you haven't actually gotten yourself a life insurance, your obituary will be treated like a pauper, like a scavenger, soliciting for funds around the corner, at the mercy of other people you don't know. And you're probably somebody who had a private life, but people will have no other option, your friends or family, but to put out your obituary for people to help you send your remains back home or your disabled body back home. These are the kind of things that we don't talk about, and I think we need to really talk about it. Please, when we're looking after others, we need to invest for our own future. We really need to invest. And life insurance doesn't cost a thing, because you never know tomorrow, my dear brother. You will never know tomorrow. Anything can happen. Anything is, your situation can change. And if you don't have the necessary investment to help you during this period, you will be doomed. I remember when my late brother passed away in the UK. It was very costly to repatriate the body back home. Okay. We're talking about 25,000, we're talking about 20 million CFA. At least. We're talking about 20 million CFA to repatriate the body back home. Okay. And it's very important for us, those who don't have the life insurance, because you will not be able to raise these funds. And you may end up being buried here, and your family members will not be able to see you and give you that last respect. And you probably not be rested or rest where you need to rest. Most insurance, depending on what it is, on average in the UK, will cost you maybe £10. £10 a month, people. £10 a month. And that will cover you for life and will save your family the embarrassment, your children the embarrassment, your spouse the embarrassment. For anything to happen to you, you can be covered. And you're not a burden or a laughing stock to so many people whom you've been looking after for years. And then when it comes to your turn, there's nothing that you've invested in yourself, and you're there looking at people and living at their mercy. Please, I wanted to end this show on this note. Please look into life insurance wherever you are, Cameroon or in the diaspora. There are life insurances in Cameroon. There are companies. Here in Europe, there should be no excuse. How much is a McDonald's? How much is a KFC? Sacrifice that and have a life insurance to save you from the embarrassment, to save your family from the financial burden if something were to happen to you. Welcome, Prince Melvin Nation. Welcome, my beloved brother. Welcome, dear. A lot of people neglect life insurance. Exactly. It's very important. The monthly payment is usually not too much. Not like Mommy Rainbow. Exactly. Please, guys, remember to take vitamin D, or we don't get enough sunlight. Exactly, Anita. Thank you so much, sis, for that. And that's very important for COVID, vitamin D, our immune system. That's why a lot of us, from the Afro-Caribbean background, they actually check that we have this because of our vitamin D deficiency, because that's good for the immune system. Thank you so much, Anita, for living as a family and not having a life insurance. Where are we? Life insurance is dangerous. I detox, so I need to buy more. Yes, peace person, very important. Celeste, well, life insurance is very important. Man, the only work money send and for pay every day. See, this life no balance. Exactly. We need to get it done. Yeah, the monthly payment is not much. It's not much. It's not much. Exactly. £10 is affordable. So it depends what kind of insurance you want. But on average, it's £10. £10. And how much you spend on McDonald's? Please sacrifice a McDonald's or a KFC or a pizza. As blacks, we need vitamin D very badly. Vitamin D deficiency leads to depression. Yes, as well. I love lead. Yeah, so important. So yes, guys, I think this will conclude our show. So as much as we have the opportunities, I would say, here in the diaspora to have a better life, a better future for ourselves, it doesn't come with its own troubles and challenges. And those challenges are there to be talked about and discussed, and find a way to work around it and make life a little bit more comfortable for us to actually attain our objectives of being in diaspora. And it's actually important that we are authentic to ourselves, okay, and be realistic with our expectations here in the diaspora, and only do what you're capable of doing. Don't stretch or overstretch yourself. You don't want to regret it. As much as you want to help, focus on yourself. Charity begins at home, as we say, okay? You may want to look after yourself, very important, and then you can obviously support your extended family members, because trust me, you never know. You never know. Things will change, and the same people you help may be the same ones that will laugh at you when you are down. So always look after yourself regardless of what, and then you can help other people. Don't feel guilt shame for whatever reason. But I'll always say, let this not stop anybody who wants to come abroad. But remember, these are the challenges you will always face. They will be there regardless. So thank you, everybody who has joined me from the beginning to the end. I really appreciate you all. It's been a very interactive show, and that's how I want the shows to be. I really appreciate you all for your contributions. Thank you all for attending. I'm just going to give a shout out. Please, if you're still there, please just drop a comment so then I know you're still there, and then I can give you a shout out before we go. Ayok Bisong, my untouchable sis, thank you so, so much. Always very supportive, always there. I really appreciate you. Let Love Lead, thank you so much, my boo. I really appreciate you. Sister Girl, thank you, darling. Thank you so much. Please don't forget, Let Love Lead. Go and do yourself that shopping. Treat yourself. Please treat yourself. Very important. Sister Girl, G Spots, thank you so much, darling, for always being there. Thank you, thank you. Auntie Judy Dango, I appreciate you. Claire Minds are self-healing. Auntie, thank you so much. My mama, mwah. Thank you. Anite, my namesake. Thank you so much. Peace person, my mama for life. Me, your mama, always there to support a sister. I really appreciate you. Thank you. The international boss lady, my wisdom sis, spiritual sis, always there to lead us and actually feel us spiritually. I appreciate you. Crochet Squad, thank you. You've been very active today, Crochet Squad. I really appreciate that. So thank you. Life na JJ, thank you. Abu Nawine, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Joycey, oh, my sis Joycey, thank you so much, sis. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate you. Thank you very, very, very much. Mama Alicia, my love for life, thank you. I really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Kumba Pikin, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Sis Amaka, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining. I thank you so much. Thank you. I hope I haven't missed anybody. Chubby, thank you. Do I need help? Thank you, darling. Thank you so much, Claudia B. I appreciate you. Prince Mervyn Nation, Green Up Pasture, my sis. Thank you so, so much. Thank you. I appreciate you all. Claudia B. I don't call you. Pretty's World. Thank you. Pretty, my sis who was hustling. I thank you so, 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 so much. Mafa Relinis. Thank you, sis, for joining and sticking around. Celeste Wall, that's my sis, a YouTuber as well. Please check her out. She's doing all the organic and natural necessities to get your skin glowing and detoxing. Thank you. Queen Sierra for life. Thank you, darling. Shopping. Let not be shop, please. Zenith Coffee Shop. Thank you, darling. I appreciate you. I appreciate. Thank you all so much, Queen Sierra for life. Thank you guys so much for always supporting and appreciating me and giving me your constructive feedbacks. I always respect. I always take them on board every time, anytime. Okay, I really appreciate you all. So thank you all so much. I think Mommy Brie will be having a show after me. Please, let's join her there. I love you guys so, so much. And I'll see you all very soon. Wishing you all a fantastic and fruitful weekend. Love you guys so much. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye, peace person. Bye, Mama. Bye, Queen Sierra. Love you too. Thanks, Prince. Thank you. You too. Sister Girl, bye. Anita, bye. Love you, love you.